Hey everybody, Happy New Year's. Happy birthday to me. Today's my birthday. Don't ask me how old I am. I'm pretty old. Happy New Year and welcome to Mike's Computer Tips, January 1st, 2023. God bless everyone. And I am going to give you some computer tips. Also, I'm excited to help everybody. Really simple tips now to clean your Google browser to make your computer faster. Basically, what you do is you open up Google and you go to the top right, and there's three dots there. Click on that, you click on history, and then you make sure the drop down says all of them on the next screen, and then you highlight the first entry in the center of the screen and you hit Control A. You remove all your Google websites that you went to that Google is still keeping in there. And then what you're doing is you're going to clear history. You hit clear history. If you have a lot of things in there, you may have to do it a couple times. But once you clear history, your browser will open and close faster. It will get you to websites faster, which is a good thing. If you're using Edge, the same thing applies. You go up to the top right and you do the same thing. You go to history and you clear your history. That's something that you should do time and time again. And as I always state to people, when you're using your computer or laptop, please don't drink anything near it because you don't want to spill anything on the keys. It's very hard to repair. So make sure you don't drink next to your laptop, especially sugary things, coffee and soda. That really damages the internal motherboard in your laptop computer. So you definitely don't want to drink really close to your laptop. Also, when your laptop is off and it's closed, make sure you don't put anything heavy on it. I've seen people putting books on top of their laptop and it drives me crazy. Don't put anything on top of your laptop when it's closed because you can put pressure on the screen and there's liquid crystals in your screen and you can break your screen very easily. They're very sensitive laptop screens. If you push hard enough on it, you'll damage your screen. So make sure you don't put anything heavy on it and you don't put pressure on your laptop screen because those are two no-nos. You definitely don't want to do that. And if you have basic computer issues like freezing and things like that, instead of shutting your computer off and turning it on, the best thing to do is go to power option and choose restart. Restart will fix a lot of issues. Do restart, and when it comes back, if your computer was freezing or something, it won't be freezing. If you were stuck on some work that you were doing, it'll automatically open it up and you can start again. So make sure you definitely restart when you're doing that. A lot of people shut it down, and that doesn't do much because restart is really the way to go. Next tip would be if you take your keyboard and you look at it and you hold your Windows and R key at the same time, a box will pop up on the left and you can type in prefetch, Prefetch, small letters, hit OK. When you go to the next screen, you'll see either click to open up the screen or next window, or you'll see a lot of files in there. What you do is you highlight the first one, you hit Control A on your keyboard, Control A at the same time, delete those files. You could do the exact same thing and type in temp your next time, and it will clean the temp files also. Those are temporary files that get on your computer and they stay there and they will slow your computer down at time if you have too many of them. So you want to clean those out. And another thing that I always stress is cleaning your fans. If you have a desktop computer, you want to make sure once in a while, especially if you have the desktop on the floor where a lot of dust will be attracted, you want to unplug the power cord, open up the side with a screwdriver, You can turn it on its side, and if you have a lot of dust in there, take a vacuum, hold your fan while you're cleaning it. You don't want your fan to spin while you're cleaning it, and then you're going to clean the dust out. Laptop, same thing, but you do it on the side of it. Hey there, Rob. Good to see you. Thanks for all the emojis. Welcome. Happy New Year. Happy birthday to me. So that's definitely something you want to do. You have to clean your computer fans now and then because dust will accumulate in your desktop fans, your power supply fans, and all that good stuff needs to be cleaned out. Happy New Year to you, my friend. I appreciate it. Today's also my birthday, so it's a little more special for me. But all the best to you. I'm going to try to support your channel as much as I can, and you're doing great things over there at Too Tall Rob Live. I always see a lot of people enjoying your videos. I always come in there and watch them when I can. Too Tall Rob Live. If you don't have him, make sure you get him. He feeds all kinds of animals. Thank you, sir. Hey, there you go. So, Too Tall Rob Live. If you're not in this live chat during this chat, on the preview, make sure you check out Too Tall Live's channel, Too Tall Rob Live. He has a great channel over there. And if you like animals, you'll even like him more because he feeds animals and you can watch their behavior and everything else. That's pretty amazing. Okay, next tip. What do we want to talk about with your computer? Okay, now there's certain things, like I tell you to clean your fans, make sure your fans are clean. That's a definite must. And if you leave your desktop on the floor and you have a carpet on your floor, try to get like a couple small pieces of wood, even 2x4. Put a couple small pieces of wood down and set your desktop on top of that. Set your tower on top of a couple pieces of wood. That way it's at least off the floor and you'll get more circulation and you won't get as much dust inside that. That's just a little trick that you can do to, calm down the dust and stuff like that from coming in your fans. And if you're a smoker, you may want to do it a little more often because you may get a little more dust in the fans. And the CPU fan, which is the fan in the center of your laptop, your desktop when you open it up, make sure you hold it with your finger and then you clean it out with the vacuum. That'll take all the dust off of your heat sink. And what happens is your heat sink, if you got too much dust on there, your heat sink will overheat and your processor's under there, and you don't want that to happen. Cheryl's and computers are so much alike. Maintenance. Oh, yeah, that is for sure. People ask me all the time, what's the most important thing about your computer? Well, it's kind of like your car. You drive your car a lot and it doesn't run good anymore. You need to do basic maintenance. Maintenance is very good to do. Not only will let your computer last longer, your computer will run cooler and better. So there's two enemies of a computer, and that is heat and liquid. The heat will ruin your computer, and spilling anything on it is also very bad. So keep it clean, keep your fans clean. You have several fans in there, and they just accumulate a lot of dust. And once you get that dust off, you're going to see a big difference. Your computer's going to run cooler. And if you have a laptop and you clean your fan on the side and you still have issues, you may want to consider getting a laptop stand. And what it does is it sits underneath the laptop, plugs into the USB, and it has 2 or 3 fans underneath it. That'll help cool your laptop down. And if your laptop is getting very, very hot, then you may have issues with your battery. If your battery's real hot, you may want to change your battery. because batteries, they don't last a real long time. Also, check your power cord. Make sure it's not getting very hot. And if it's getting too hot, you'll have to replace your power cord because that can overheat your laptop. I had an HP sitting on my desk that was up and running for nearly 4 years. Oh yeah, I mean a lot of computers can last a long time, you know. And I've noticed over the years some hard drives will last longer than others. It really depends. But maintenance is a very big key to keeping it running good. I've had computers for 10 years or more that have lasted. And if you take care of them, they last. I use a milk carton on my desk. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, anytime you just get it off the floor or get it off just a stationary place, you get much better circulation and, it won't get as hot. So it'll last longer, you know. And if you add more memory, a lot of time, or a video card, high-end video card, a lot of times your computer will get hotter. So make sure you have extra fans in your computer to cool it down. And make sure the fans are clean. Memory and storage also. Store your stuff. Oh, definitely. That's another great tip is, your memory, will get hot. Your hard drive will get hot. If you have still using a mechanical hard drive and you haven't gone to the SSD, what happens is, it heats up, the motherboard heats up, your heatsink heats up, everything on your computer will get hot. So it's very important to add add a fan and save your information to an external hard drive if you want to save it, because if your computer ever overheats and crashes, all that information will be lost, or you'll have to take your hard drive to a data recovery expert, and the prices start at around $150 on up, and I've seen it go into thousands for companies and small businesses that have to recover their data. So, you can do that very cheaply. They're very cheap now. External hard drives, you can get them for $25 to $50. And, that'll save you if you ever have a bad computer crash. All your information you save to it, and you have that offline. Oh, there you go. That's another good thing to do. Yeah. Especially if you're a smoker, because, a laptop works differently than a desktop. Okay. Laptops don't have as much cooling as the desktop does. Desktops are bigger. They have a couple fans in them. There's more air circulation in there. The laptop is a small closed unit, so you don't have a lot of circulation. What a laptop does, it's cooling as it dissipates the air. All the hot air that's in the laptop gets pushed out. Okay, so you want to make sure you keep that vent on the side of your laptop open, and every once in a while, I would take it apart and I would clean the fan and replace it if it's not working right. If you can't do it yourself, go to a local computer shop. If you notice your fan's going on racing a lot or coming on a lot, you may have a bad fan. The sleeves wear out on the fan, and you have to replace them. So, and also if you hear like plastic on plastic rubbing together, that's a good indicator on your laptop that your fan is wearing out. So take it to a local shop and have them replace it. Also, there's a heat sink inside your laptop that's connected to a fan, the fan in your laptop. And what happens is that heat sink gets a lot of dust on it, and it doesn't come off that easy. So every once in a while, you need to, replace your fan. That happens a lot On laptops, I notice that they go in time. I have two months, two external hard drives, I think. Oh yeah, and plus, even videos and high graphics that you save will take up more space. So you'll need a bigger device if you want to save them. Like a couple terabytes. But if you're just saving, if you're just an average user, a basic user, and you're just saving, family pictures, maybe some documents or some videos, things like that. You could do that for very little money, getting an external hard drive at one of these big box stores or online. Usually online, I notice you're going to get a better deal online because they don't have the overhead that a store would have. So, look online and you can save some money that way. That's definitely a good point because I buy a lot of stuff online for computers, and usually you get a better rate because they don't have to, pay high rent like a lot of these big bag, retail stores do. And it could be a 500 gig external hard drive. It could be a terabyte. It could be 2 gigs, whatever it is. Whatever important pictures you have on your computer. Pictures don't take a lot of room, but if you have hundreds or thousands of them, it accumulates. Believe me, I have a brother that saves everything on external hard drives, and he has TV shows, videos, you name it, and they will fill up pretty quick. So, instead of calling somebody and saying, "Oh, my computer crashed and I lost all my information on there. Can you get it out? Can you recover it for me?" Get yourself an external hard drive, plug it in USB, transfer everything that's important, highlight all your files, and then copy and paste them to the external hard drive, and you won't have a problem with losing information. You can always unplug it if you're not using it. And if you want to use it, you can just plug it in your computer and use it just like the hard drive in your computer. So you can use it both ways. You can use it while it's running and while it's not. What I do is I have 2 hard drives in my computer. I boot it with an SSD, which is a faster hard drive, and that's where my operating system is. So I have a fast SSD hard drive to start my computer, and then I save my information to a slower hard drive, which is on there. So that way, if my computer crashes, it's not going to affect the second hard drive. I will still have all my information. And plus, I save also to external hard drives. I have a couple of them that I use, and I take them on site too. So when I work with different clients also, and I back up data for people. Very important. Backing up your data. Computer maintenance is a definite must, because if you don't clean your fans and if you don't check your battery time to time on your laptop, you can get into trouble with overheating. Also, on the power setting on your laptop, make sure it's set to high performance. By default, it's usually set to balance. Go in your laptop to your power option and make sure you have it set to high performance. You'll get a little bit more speed out of it. It'll work a little faster. So that's another tip that you can use on your laptop. And personally, I don't use many laptops. I don't even own a laptop now, but I like the desktop, and I use desktops because I just like them better. For some reason, I've always used a desktop, and it's a personal choice. It's not wrong with laptops. It's just that I prefer. Actually, the computers I have are very big. I have giant towers that I use, and I'll show you a picture of my desktops that I use. And they're Dell Studio XPS, very large desktops. That's how big my desktops are. So, yeah, I have big computers. You know. I use very large power. And I have a big video card also, so I could do I'm going to start doing my graphics better for my videos. And I have a second one here. I have two of these XPS Dells and 16 gigs of memory. And I'm going to use the second one for a backup. And the one that has the bigger video card, I use that mostly for editing videos, which is pretty cool. So there you have it. If anybody has any questions during the live stream or on the replay about it, something going on with your computer, issues you might have, or any computer related question, you can always leave a comment and I will definitely get back to you and answer it. If I have the answer, I will let you know. Right now, I'm using a Logitech keyboard, which I really like. And this is it right here. This is the keyboard that I really like. It's wireless and has touch right here, so I don't need a mouse. It's built in. Okay, Rob, thanks for coming by. You take it easy and hope your back feels better. Yeah, I'm scribble that. Okay, you have yourself a good breakfast, and I will see you next time. Always great to see you, and I appreciate all your help that you give me. So, yeah, you lay down and feel better. That'll work. So, with that being said, I am going to end the video. If you have any computer questions for me, any tips you can give other people, any videos you want me to make on computer issues, computer repair, or anything computer related, this is Mike from Mike's Computer Tips, and I'm always here, and all suggestions are welcome. Thanks for coming, and again, Happy New Year. God bless, and see you later. Bye.